You're watching PEGRI TV, Rhode Island's public access channel.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to another edition of An Hour with Bob. Here we are in this beautiful September already. It's September. I love September. September's my favorite time of the year. You know why? It's warm in the daytime and it's cool enough to sleep at night. The only thing, well, two things I don't like about September. One, it's my birthday month, and two is, now you like birthdays when you're younger. As you get older, you don't like birthdays anymore. And two is, it means winter's on its way. That's the only thing I don't like about September. But I do like the colors, the beauty, the sunsets, the sunrises. And my friends are here tonight. Joe Rocco. I've known Joe Rocco for how long, Joe?
I think it's been like 72 years now.
Has it been that long?
And happy birthday, your 87th birthday coming up.
87 coming up.
Bob looks great for his age, doesn't he?
Listen, how long have we known each
lovely
other?
Lori Francisco.
We'll get to Lori.
We'll
get to Lori.
We've known each other a long time, 30 years, 30 plus.
30 plus years.
I think so.
Now who's with you tonight? Lori Francisco?
She is the president of A Wish Come True.
A Wish Come True, one of my favorite organizations. Do you know? You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know, because I'm very big into kids, helping kids out. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's tough. I was in, years ago, we had a tournament, a softball tournament for A Wish Come True in Pawtucket.
Oh, nice.
It's got to be 25, 30 years ago. And I put together a team of players. I had coached for a number of years. I played a little bit, wasn't good, but I pretty damn good coach. And I put together a ragtag team of adults in this tournament. They had like 48 teams.
Is that when you raised like $3 or $4 million for the
We raised a lot of money that weekend.
Yeah, and I'm sure you did.
On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we won the tournament.
There you go.
We won the whole tournament. I couldn't believe it. You know, they had, other teams had all these, some big guns, some big players.
I think you should revive it, because Lori and the group at A Wish Come True, they're always looking for events like that. Why don't you revive it?
It's my birthday month. I'm too old.
Well, no, for the spring, you could start now, invite the viewers, and you know, I'll go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy a glove and go out there and embarrass myself, and it'll be great.
Now, speaking of sports, you were with Channel 10 for how many years?
I think I was at Channel 10. That's what they tell me, for
how
12 years. 12 years. Yeah, 12 that's years. What I've heard. 85 to 97.
And
yeah.
How do you feel about the Pawtucket Red Sox leaving? Because you have.
How much time do you have?
Wait a minute now.
I'm heartbroken.
I know, but you have.
Even Lori's heartbroken.
You have a special. You have a special significance about that stadium. I recall a video that involved you in that stadium. Did you get thrown out of that stadium?
I recall that I did. Lori, I don't know if you know this, but an umpire threw me out on opening. I'm the only media member ever to be thrown out of McCoy Stadium. And that clip appeared everywhere many times.
In the world. That
Dick
was all over the
Clark's
world.
show, and Marv Albert showed it on Letterman, and Len Berman showed it on the Today Show, and every once in a while it pops up, and it's gotten lots of views on YouTube, and it's.
I had no idea.
Oh, you got to look it up.
I claim to fame.
Joe Rocco,
thrown out of
Red
McCoy
Sox.
Stadium.
McCoy Stadium.
I'm sure we'll do a whole show on that maybe someday.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the whole story.
So what do you think about?
Well, it's a shame. It should have
leaving?
never happened. It should have never ever happened. You know, it was a good deal for Rhode Island, even if you could care less about baseball and the Pawtucket Red Sox. It was a good deal for Rhode Island. If people looked and understood the numbers, which had no risk to the state taxpayers, no risk.
Well, they said it did have a risk.
It had,
21 million.
You know what the risk was? The risk was if the team went out of business. There's the risk. This is the AAA team of the Boston Red Sox that's been in business for more than 40 years.
And 49
When-
miles.
are they going out of
49 miles away.
Are they going out of business?
Not likely.
Not likely.
One of the second.
And the pipe
second
fitters,
or third
the
richest
pipe
franchise?
fitters union, if the 1,000-to-1 shot came into play and they went out of business, the pipe fitters union was going to pick up $15 million of the $23 million loan.
Really?
Really? So,
Wow.
so the $2.6 million that the Pawtucket Red Sox pay each year for taxes goes away.
Right.
30, 40, 50 full-time jobs goes away. Dozens more part-time jobs go
Our
away.
friend either moves or Mike.
Yeah, maybe. But wait, and then all the charities that the Pawtucket Red Sox have helped, hundreds of thousands of dollars,
Us.
I called them
including
today.
a wish come true, goes away, and a chance to revitalize a part of Pawtucket that's been sitting vacant for how long? Has little chance to get revitalized anytime soon. All over a loan of $23 million that has no risk. It's just
They've
ridiculous.
thrown away that much money on other things.
Oh, the state budget is $9.6 billion. They should have given them the $23 million and driven it over. How fast do you need it? And by the way, for a stadium, the Pawtucket Red Sox weren't even going to own. They weren't even going to own it. The city or state was going to own it.
Really?
So even in the 1,000-to-1 shot that they went belly up, which is almost impossible, you still have a stadium that you could do dozens and dozens of things in. And for $23 million, on a loan. I mean, it's just anyway.
So you're
But
saying
let's
it was
talk-
a bad deal, Joe?
It was unbelievable. It's unconscionable. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like I said, even if you could care less. And I'm against giving money to wealthy owners and everything,
Right.
but that's not what this was about. They were putting up more money than any minor league team for a new stadium has ever been willing to
Really?
put up. They're dealing
Any
with
stadium, any
ever
owner.
in the history of minor league baseball. I mean, it was just a,
Well, that was the argument, that here are billionaires, millionaires,
Right.
and billionaires.
That's right. They shouldn't.
And
Shouldn't give them a dime.
Shouldn't give them any money.
This was a loan. It was a chance to revitalize a part of a city that desperately needs it, as you know better than anybody. Drive around Pawtucket. Just driving here to the
live in
studio
Pawtucket.
tonight. I've seen more empty stores and places I've never. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? And for all the other reasons I just mentioned, and plus, like I said, the taxpayer money that goes away, the image, having something to do. I mean, you keep losing things. It's just a shame. It should have never happened. But let's talk about a wish come true. That's a fabulous charity. That's
a wish
why we're
come
here.
true is exactly, now you explain it to me, I'll tell you what I think it is. A wish
Okay.
come true is helping a child who has a terminal illness, sickness, or
So a wish come true grants wishes to
grants wishes to those children,
children with life-threatening
life-threatening illnesses or
Right.
sicknesses or whatever, right?
So from the ages of 2 to 18, if
Right.
they're medically qualified. And we have a doctor.
Heartbreaking. To me.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. I've
Right.
seen it. I remember. You know what I had said about that baseball game? I still remember the kid's name. His name was Adam.
Oh, nice.
I still remember the kid, the little boy.
I was going to say, you must have sponsored a wish from that
Oh
tournament.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
I still remember the kid, the young boy.
It is
He was
heartbreaking.
about 7 or 8 years old. His name was Adam. And he
Well-
wanted a wish, and the number one wish is Disney.
Disney.
Right?
Right. About 80% of our kids go
Sure.
to Disney.
Now, when you send a kid to Disney, it ain't like he goes by himself to Disney.
No,
he
we
takes
send
his
the whole
mother and his
family.
father and maybe his brother and his sister, right?
Right, all the siblings.
Up to
And
how many? Is there a limit?
There's no limit. If they have 5 siblings, we send 5 siblings.
No, like I had 8 brothers and sisters.
They would go.
They would all go.
There we go. We have a cap, financially a cap, but we have a partnership with Give Kids the World.
Give kids the world.
Give Kids the World.
That's
They're
a new one
another-
on me.
Right.
Give kids the world. Do you know that, Joe?
I did not know that.
They're another nonprofit, and they run out of Florida, and they partner with Disney. And all of the United States wish-granting organizations all send their kids to Give Kids the World. And they're a great organization. They're run by all volunteers.
Yeah.
We have several big companies in Rhode Island that support Give Kids the World. And they take our kids at a very discounted rate. They give them free tickets to Disney. They send them to other parks too. They
Sure.
probably send them to SeaWorld. They give them a choice.
Right.
And let them go to, have a great time with their family. There's everything there. They have handicapped pony rides and a handicapped pool and whatever these kids need. They are put in apartments with laundry facilities. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Lori, what's the website that people can go to find out more and watch a video that I think Bob is going to show
We're
in
gonna
a minute?
we're
But
gonna show
what's
you
your
a video.
website?
Our website is awish.org.
Awish.org.
That's easy,
Yes.
short and
Easy,
sweet.
short and sweet. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
As that same way?
A wish come true. Yes.
Just a wish come true.
Inc. Yes.
A wish come true's been around a long time.
Yeah, 36 years.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
proud of the organization.
Anybody counting? I mean, it's got to be hundreds, if not over 1,000 wishes that have been granted in all
We're-
those years. Anybody keeping count, or what would
Of
you
course
best
we
guess?
are.
Someone is? Okay.
Of
You,
course,
you have it broken
we
down.
have audits.
How many Disneys? How many
do.
baseball
I
players? How
do.
many athletes? How
So
many?
we're approaching 1,600 wishes.
Cut it out!
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow, that's impressive.
That is
Very.
impressive. That is
But it
very
takes
impressive.
a lot of money.
It
Take-
does, a lot. And it takes a lot of volunteers, and the office staff and the board of directors
Right.
volunteer. It's a lot of work.
So there's not very many paid people in the
No,
staff.
we have 2 full-time staff and 2 part-time. And the rest is volunteers.
I'll tell you.
You know, Bob, and that's what drew me to doing some things for the organization, and I'm going to be emceeing the gala that Lori will tell you about in a minute, because when you give to charities, at least what I like to do is try to see and make sure that most of the money, obviously
Right.
everybody
It's
has
not goes to
expenses.
administrative costs.
Right, and I've seen this operation firsthand for a long time. It's mean and lean, like she just
Right,
said.
right.
To give away that many trips over the year and wishes with a staff that's probably never been more than 3 or 4 or 5 people
Right.
paid.
I think the top was 4.
Okay,
So-
imagine that.
That's
Imagine
nice.
doing
That's nice.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that with 3, 4 paid
Hmm.
people all these years. I mean, who does that? And that's so. So when we donate money or time or both, personally, in my opinion, I like to do it with organizations where 70, 80, 90% of the money's going where it's supposed to go.
Absolutely. That's why I like the Toys for Tots over the years. That's
right.
why I was big on the Toys for Tots, because I knew what came in went out.
Right.
It didn't go to me, didn't go to anybody else. It went where it was supposed to go.
Exactly.
Granted, you have to have a staff. You have to have paid
We do.
people. You have to have people that are there all the time and can afford to be there all the time. You can't count on volunteers to do everything. There has to be somebody organizing it. But it's many of these charities, they have their administrative costs are running in the 50, 60%.
Right. And our board is all volunteers.
Right,
Our-
right. Now that's important.
It's very
Very
important.
important to see that you can donate. You can give. What did you say? 1,600 wishes.
We're approaching 1,600.
At an average cost, obviously the costs have changed over the decades, but an average cost.
is between 5,000 and 7,000.
Wow. So do the math on that.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
It's a
Times
lot.
1,600. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
We get some kids who have different wishes, like one child came to us and wanted to go see the Northern Lights. How cool is that? To go to
Wow.
Alaska.
That's
That's a cool wish.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool wish. You're right.
Yeah, we've done, swim with the dolphins, and also done. Bobby wanted to go see. I believe you may have met Bobby or not.
You want to see an hour with Bob?
No, he wanted,
Nobody's
wanted
wished
to
that
go-
yet. I can't
Nobody's
believe
wished
it. But
that.
you never know. Hey, tomorrow's.
Speaking of,
You never know.
go ahead.
he wanted to go see the Super Bowl, and it was the Pats game.
Cut it
that
out.
Was
You
the-
pulled that off?
We did.
Which
You
Super,
got him to go to the Super Bowl
Which
game?
Super Bowl,
And
Lori?
It was the one where we were very far down.
Oh, they came back against Atlanta
Back-
2 years ago.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
good game to be at.
Couldn't have been a better Super Bowl to go.
Right.
guess
and
so.
we have partners who we had.
Excuse me, not to interrupt, but
Sure.
I want you to know I was in Las Vegas. I was not at the game. Bob was back here in Rhode Island. I called him. He gave up. I had to call him at home to tell him,
Yep.
wherever you were, that you better put the
I had
TV
turned the
back
TV
on.
off. I turned it off.
I'm yelling and screaming, and he was like, "What? I said,
What was it,
he gave
26
up.
to 3 or
It was 28 to
something?
3. 28-3.
28-3.
He gave up.
And I was with a couple
Imagine that, what a
friends.
fair weather fan he is.
I
He'd
did.
never give up
I
on
was
the
at a
Patriots.
place, and
Never.
I went home, and I didn't even turn the TV on. I was so disgusted. Joe Rocco called me. There was about 3 minutes left in the game, and you called me. They were about to tie it. They
It
were
was
about
real
to tie
close.
it. Yeah, they were about to tie it.
Yeah.
And they tied it while I was on the phone with him, and of
Oh
course
my
they ended
God.
up winning it.
That's great.
But you
Yeah.
were saying before I rudely
So
interrupted.
that's okay. So we sent Bobby down there, and an ex-Patriots player, Joe Andruzzi, met him there, him and his dad, and Jen Andruzzi, and they helped him through the game, and they made sure
That's
that he was taken care
unbelievable.
of. And
Yeah, well, the Andruzzis are amazing people.
They are. They are. So
Ironically, I thought that was
Not
a woman at
surprising.
first when I first heard that.
Joe?
Joe,
Andruzzi?
Joe
Oh,
and Jen.
oh,
Oh, Joe and
Joanne.
Yeah, what he's done with his foundation is just
He's another great guy.
Yeah.
He's done well.
Right.
And
He's done
Jen,
a lot
too.
for a lot
So
of
we
people.
have a lot of partnerships and connections that we really love. We have some great corporate sponsors.
Sure.
CVS, Hasbro helps us out. Everybody pitches in. Hasbro helps give kids the world. We've got a lot of good people on our
And
wish
it's tough.
list.
It's tough getting money from some people. I mean, right?
Well, there's a lot of competition.
Well,
and there's
exactly.
a lot of
Today-
terrific
just today,
charities out there, but how can you say no to seriously
To
ill
kids.
children? I mean,
Right.
It's impossible.
how do you
It's
say
So
no to
impossible.
that?
one of our struggles now, and I don't know if you want to go down this road or not, is that there's a lot of GoFundMe accounts and personal appeals for people to give money to, which I support them too. But when the average person can give $20 to a nonprofit or give it to their neighbor who needs help, a lot of
They
times,
know where it's going with the
right,
neighbor.
right, and
know.
that's hard for people to comprehend. With A Wish Come True, I want people to watch the video and see where it's going,
Right.
because
And
it
the
does
video
go
we
to the
will
kids.
show.
And that really tells the story in a good 5 minutes, because you see the kids, you see the faces, the smiles, you see some of the stories, and that's why I hope whether they stay tuned and watch it here in your show, or they go to the website to watch it at awish.org.
Right.
.org. That's important, and it's, we all rush around, and 5 minutes is 5 minutes, and hopefully people can. If you
Hey,
start watching it, it's an engaging video.
I got a good idea. Why don't we play the video right now?
All right, go for it. It's your show. You're the boss.
Let's play the video.
Every child goes to sleep with dreams and wishes. When it's a sick child with those dreams and wishes, it takes on a whole new meaning. A Wish Come True was founded in 1982 and is now the oldest wish-granting organization in Rhode Island. The organization granted just 12 wishes in its first year. Today, they bring joy to courageous children, granting close to 45 wishes a year, just over 1,500 total since they started, at an investment of approximately $8 million. Its mission accomplished month after month, thanks to a small, dedicated, hard-working staff and many caring volunteers. Allie Mink and her family got to go to Key West to swim with the dolphins in 2012. A Wish Come True made this wish happen. Sadly, not long after, Allie lost her battle with cancer. Thankfully, many wish stories have happier endings, although each child's journey to recovery is often long and difficult. 19-year-old Davion Fonseca of Warwick got to take a Caribbean cruise. As you may be able to tell, she loves to dance. Meet Bella Clary of Warwick, who battled a rare life-threatening disease in 2013.
Really, our whole lives was all about doctor's appointments all the time, and long, lengthy ones. And at the same time, not really seeing a lot of people and kids and fun. And but she's definitely an amazing kid that's always been a really happy child.
Not long after Bella underwent a bone marrow transplant, she knew that A Wish Come True was sending her and her entire family to Florida. It was not only a wish granted, but therapy no doctors or medicine could provide.
It made me stop wishing I would die, which is nice. instead of always wishing you would. Sometimes I'd just rather die than go through all this.
Having that to look forward to made her look past what she knew was coming with the chemotherapy and the bone marrow transplant and pretty miserable time in the hospital.
It's a great organization, and I'm so glad that they have it because it made my life a lot better.
And what a trip it was, starting with an exciting limo ride to the airport, off to a fun and fabulous place called Give Kids the World Village, where they even had their very own villa.
The trip could not have gone better. It was an amazing, amazing time for my family.
And best of all, Bella is healthy and happy again. A visit to Central Florida to go to Disney and other theme parks is among the most popular wishes. Pierce Aguiar had a ball on his trip in 2005, and today he is much healthier. Michael Booth of North Attleboro suffered a traumatic brain injury. He battled through 4 surgeries and months of rehab. But knowing that he was going to spend a relaxing week at a beach resort and swim with the dolphins thanks to a wish come true made his grueling recovery process just a little bit easier.
It made a big difference in my son's recovery and all of us. I mean, without a wish come true and that break that we had and what they gave us, I don't think that we could have maybe not made it through as good.
It made me feel great. It really did. Just to hear that this thing's I'm having a trip coming up, to just get something to get my hopes up.
The organization is unbelievable. I think an organization like that helps, grants these wishes to children, are just amazing.
And Michael is amazing too, doing well and doing what he loves. Whether it's a wish to see a World Series game, going to California to meet the Oakland Raiders, getting a visit from a celebrity like Miley Cyrus or former Patriot star Teddy Bruschi, no medically qualified child has been turned away. Every wish has been granted, despite the daunting economic challenge of fulfilling wishes averaging $5,000 each. A Wish Come True has touched the lives of sick children and their families in so many wonderful ways over the years, but there is still much work to be done. There are so many ways you can help. You can sponsor a Wish Child. You can run a fundraising event to help sponsor wishes or simply donate by going to awish.org. The monies raised fund wishes for children living in Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts. Please support this truly special local organization so that no sick child ever goes to bed wondering if their wish will come true.
That was a very nice video. And if that doesn't have an effect on people, I don't know what will. I don't know what can, really.
It's moving.
It's very moving. It's
The
very
children
moving to
are-
see, to
are-
think. If any of us that have had children, especially that have had children, and you know what it's like, and you say, God, thank God my kid didn't have that sickness or illness, or we didn't have to deal with that. I had my nephew, kind of off track. Well, it's not really off track. His son come down with some kind of an affliction, illness or whatever. He was 11 months old, the most adorable kid. Same birthday as my son, Zachary. And he was in the hospital, and they had to pull the plug on him. And we went to, that was the saddest moment of my entire life. Kid was 11 months old.
Wow.
My nephew Jason's son. They couldn't figure out what the heck was wrong with him, what he had. But you're talking about, that's what you're seeing with some of these kids that have terminal illnesses, and you don't know some of them how long they got. Some of them, I guess, they do, but they're not exactly right all the time, you know. And I'm sure it's happened where somebody's had a wish planned and it didn't happen because
It has.
It has happened.
It has, yes.
And
we have many kids that a lot of times the parents will push the wish off until the child feels better and is out of, if it's cancer, sometimes it's treatment, and we'll get the phone call saying, you need to grant this child's wish now. And that's the hardest phone call.
Oh, gosh.
So we know when we have to do an immediate wish. We know what that means. And it's hard. It's hard for the wish granters, our volunteers. It's hard for the organization is especially hard for these families and these children. These children are really important to us.
Oh, it's got to be pretty damn hard for you, too.
It is. It is.
On a higher note, we're going to have a lot of fun on October 12th.
October 12th.
Absolutely.
Now, where is
Lori will
this?
tell you all about it
Tell
because
me
she's
about it.
right smack in the
So-
heart of planning it right now with her staff.
Right. The One Arabian Night is at Quinnesset Country Club
Quinessa, which is where?
in
East Greenwich, is it? North Kingstown.
Kingstown.
North
Not
Kingstown.
Kingstown.
East
yes.
Greenwich, North Kingstown.
Right on the line.
I'm not sure which.
Right. It's a beautiful
town.
country club that we are hosting this event. Rugburn, the
I
band.
love them.
They're
That's
amazing.
my favorite band, Vicky.
Vicky.
Oh
yes.
God, I love that band. They are.
Well, you
They're
should
amazing.
come. You should be
If
there.
I'm in the States, I will come. I hopefully will be in Europe.
Oh, that's right. You
If
could be
I'm not,
traveling the high seas.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm telling you that without
Vicky's
a doubt,
amazing.
Rugburn is my favorite band. She is such an entertainer. The group, it's a 7, sometimes 8-piece band
They're
with
wonderful.
the horns and everything. And John, the keyboard player. Do you think I know what I'm talking about?
You do. So they're actually one of our big supporters. They're wonderful with us.
Oh,
And
they're great.
Of course,
They're great.
Joe is emceeing. Thank you, Joe.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate it.
Oh, sure. You need a
Anything for a
co-MC?
free meal. Anything
You
for
need
a free meal.
co-MC?
That's what I
You need
do now. I
a
drive
helper?
around the
I'm-
state and people who will have me, and I get it. I get a free
Hey,
meal here
I
and there.
may have to change my plan. I'm telling you, you have no idea. I absolutely love that woman.
She's wonderful.
And she got a heart this big. She does.
does.
So much for charities and herself.
We know.
She's president of an organization.
And don't they sell tickets too? They usually
do.
take 2 or
They-
3 tables or something like
Few
that.
tables they'll sell.
We can't
And
talk about prices, but you can buy a table.
Absolutely. We can.
And
You
how
can
will
buy
they
a
do that?
table. You can go on our website at awishcometrue.org. The ticket sales are there. The sponsorship is there. If anybody owns a
There's still
company,
time to
there's
be a
still
sponsor.
time to be a
Okay.
sponsor. You
And what
gotta-
about a phone number? Can they call the office?
401-781-9199.
781-9199. 781-9199.
Yeah, you got it.
781-9199. I wonder, I remember phone numbers. Do you remember any phone numbers anymore?
Not really. You just pushing
It's
buttons
amazing.
when you talk
It's
and say
amazing.
call Bob and
Yeah.
and who remembers
Who
numbers? You don't need
remembers
to
numbers
anymore.
anymore?
But that's an important number that people should
It
remember.
is.
for
It
a
is.
wish come true.
And if you can't remember the number, go to our website. We are waiting. We have deadlines of the 24th. It's coming right up, so we need to get.
24th of September because
Yes.
the event is
You know
October
what?
12th.
You know what date that is?
October
24th of
12th.
September. You know what that is?
Your
My
birthday.
Wow.
I'm going to
Happy
show you
birthday.
something.
What a coincidence.
September 24th. Yep, my birthday.
Where are you celebrating your 82nd birthday? Looks great for his
Thanks,
age. I'm
Joe.
telling you. Looks great
my
for his age.
82nd birthday. I thought I had it. I do have it. Yeah, I do have it. I do have it. I was going to show you something. But go ahead. We'll continue. Yeah.
So October 12th. Yes, the deadline is September 24th. Let's get these tickets sold and get these kids on some wishes.
Beautiful venue, Quinnesset. I was at an event there a few months ago. It's still one of the, I think,
Premier,
best
yeah.
dining room places to have, club places to have an event. I know from going to past events, I wasn't there last year, but the past few, some great silent auction items, maybe a few live auction items.
We have trips. We have.
Oh, that's what you're giving
Sports.
away, like.
Well, it's not giving away. You
not
have to
giving
help
away.
out
You
the
buy-
charity.
You buy a
Yeah, you bid on
possible
it.
bid on it. You bid on it.
Right. We have trips. We have sports memorabilia. We have gift certificates to restaurants. There's a very wide range of items for that
Oh, you got any-
silent and live
Any
auction.
sports memorabilia in particular? Because I know Joe had to come up with something.
I came up with actually some non-sports items.
You did?
Some
He
tickets to
did.
a comedy show and some fragrances. And
Vicky.
who's that?
That's Vicky.
Oh, okay.
At
Rugburn.
Twin River, right? Yeah. They're one of our sponsors too.
There you go.
There you go.
So they can see Vicky and Rugburn on the 12th at Quinnesset Country Club, right?
Right.
What time is it?
It starts, the doors open at 6.
Yep.
And the silent auction, I believe, actually, no, it's 6 o'clock. Right. 6 to 11.
And a fun time will be had by all, rest assured.
Absolutely.
Especially with my good friend Joe Rocco is.
So John last year and Vicky and the band got two of our Wish kids up on the dance floor. And
Really?
It was. I have videos of it, and that video is on our Facebook page. Amazing. These kids had a ball, and every year they get the kids involved. Even though it's a semi-formal event, you know, everyone dresses up.
Sure.
We make sure the Wish kids come. There's some Wish kids there, and they have a good time too. It's not all kids,
Yep.
but we have come. You can sponsor Wish kids to come too, so that's part of sponsorship.
Sure.
So
Well, if you
that's
bought a
really-
table, you could bring 3 or 4 of the Wish
Bring
kids
whoever
with
you want,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, the bottom line is there's a lot of ways to help, and hopefully people will turn out for a fabulous charity.
Absolutely.
At awishcometrue.org, or
No,
just a wish.
awish.org.
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 Even shorter.
Awish.org.
Even shorter.
Awish.org.
Yeah, but these days you just Google it and it'll come
Yeah,
up
you'll
if you
find it.
forget or
You'll
something.
find it.
That's right.
Now,
What else? What else are we talking about? What else are we doing?
Aren't we talking about the ultimate Sinatra?
Oh, yeah, Sinatra's back. Sinatra's coming back for the Rhode Island Italian American Hall of
He
Fame.
does an unbelievable job with that for years. I
Really?
was
I
a
have to go.
photographer for many years doing
That's right. All those banquets
all the
honoring
banquets,
all the
Italian
different people
American
we've.
Hall of Fame, and some of the what would you call them? The honorees over the years.
Yeah, from
Lasorda,
from Tommy Lasorda to
Tommy Lasorda,
Mario Andretti and
Yep.
Teddy Bruschi and Terry Francona and Dan Marino, and most recently last November, Leon Panetta. We gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award
I got
too.
a great picture with Leon Panetta.
I'm sure you did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm
ran
sure
into
you and
him.
Leon are real tight now.
You
Talking
end up
about
chatting
national
with him.
security. And,
Well, the thing of it is, I don't go, as you know, I don't go like, oh, the people, I want to take a picture with you. We end up chatting, and somebody took our picture.
It happens. Right. But what we've been doing for 31 years is giving scholarships out, more than 100, to kids of all ethnic backgrounds.
Right.
And we've given out probably $250,000. Unlike
And
you
you're
guys,
giving
we're
up,
not
what,
counting.
4 or 5?
We give out 6 in November at the event honoring Mr.
6?
Panetta.
No, this year. What are you
We're going to give out 7
7.
$2,000 scholarships.
14,000
So
bucks.
7 great kids. 7 of Rhode Island's best and brightest students will
Right.
receive $2,000 scholarships. Some of them co-founded by some very generous families and supporters. So that will happen on October 13th, the night after your event.
Oh, nice.
So people can go from Quidnesset next night to the East Greenwich Odeum, which is a lovely
Nice.
theater on Main
It
Street.
is,
The
it
new
is
and
a nice
improved. They're
little-
doing
nice
a wonderful
little,
job
very-
with the Odeum.
Very
400 seats.
close. It's like being at the Wall of Kent.
Not a bad seat in the house.
No, exactly.
No,
exactly.
you're right.
And we're bringing in a guy named Brian Dupre, who's originally from Rhode Island, who's one of the best Sinatra impersonators.
We're gonna
You
show
saw
a
the
clip.
video? You
I
have
got a
that
clip.
video too? You guys.
I got the clip.
You're
buddy.
unbelievable.
I got
You're-
the clip. You know, just because
Oh,
we're
show
on
the
a
clip.
budget, just because we're on a little budget here,
Yep.
we got very little cash.
Right.
here.
Resourceful, though, right?
We do
Resourceful.
this. We do what we can.
Well, you
We
got
do what we
Diane
can.
back there pulling the strings, getting
Diane's
it done.
back there.
Where would you be
Lenore's
without
running the
her?
show here on camera. She's the floor director, and her hubby is right over here. Don't say. Be careful about him.
Yeah,
Eric.
okay.
Hi, Eric. How you doing? Hey, John's here. I didn't even know John's here. Look who's here.
John DePietro.
John DePietro's in the house.
He's up next.
Yes.
Nice.
But Brian is one of the best Sinatra guys in the country. He's originally from Rhode Island. He's based in Dallas now, but we're flying him in. He will do an hour concert with Mike Renzi, one of the most, if not
Yes.
the most talented musician ever to come out of Rhode
I got to
Island.
get the two of them on my show. We got to do a special show.
Well,
with the
Renzi's
two of them.
around, but Brian's in Dallas
Yeah,
most
but
of
when
the
they
time.
come up, when he comes up, we
Well,
got to
bring a
get the two of
camera.
them.
Come. It's called Ultimate Sinatra. It's to benefit the Italian American Hall of Fame and our scholarship fund to help us pay for those $14,000 in scholarships that are being given out.
Sure.
And like a wish come true, we have a total volunteer board of directors. It's a very impressive list of prominent Rhode Islanders that serve on that board, of which I have the pleasure and privilege of being on and being president of this organization. None of us get paid salaries or anything for our time.
Right.
And that's been like that for 31 years since we started, and like 99% of
Hey,
what
wait
we
a minute, I'm
raise
Italian.
goes. Well, you should be on the board. You want to be on the board? I can pull some strings and talk to some people. Of course, you'll have to go through a thorough background check.
background
Can you
check?
pass a thorough background check?
I don't know. Apparently
High
not.
end, high
Apparently
level.
not. They had.
No,
Don't
you'll
you know?
pass,
Don't you
I
know?
think.
Somebody put me up for the Pawtucket Hall of Fame
Yeah,
last year.
and you got voted down?
I got voted down.
Well, it happens.
That was a total insult to me.
Wow.
Because first of all, I didn't want to
Well,
be.
maybe someday
put
you'll
up.
be honored by the Italian
but-
American Hall of Fame.
I'd probably have a better shot than I would in Pawtucket because there's always somebody extra.
I don't know.
Here locally.
But you've been a good friend and supporter of the Hall of Fame, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed every time.
Show
every
Sinatra,
moment.
because instead of me saying how great he is, let the people see 30 seconds of the guy.
We're going to see it. You want to see it right now?
Why not? Go for it.
Let's show that clip too. How's that?
Thank you so much. Good evening. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got a string around my finger. What a world. Man, this is the life. Hey now, I'm so in love.
Wow. That's
He's
not
pretty
Frank
good,
Sinatra?
huh? He's pretty good.
He's got the moves and everything. He's got it down pat.
Yeah,
Got
and
the hat, got everything. He's got the moves though. That's the big thing.
He's
got the sound.
He's very talented. And before Brian, we'll give away the scholarships to the kids. And before that, we're bringing in who I think is one of the 3 or 4 funniest comedy club headliners in the country, a guy named Paul D'Angelo, who's appeared many times at different venues doing comedy around Rhode Island. We had him in Newport for years.
Yep.
And most people wouldn't recognize him, but he's one of the funniest guys, a clean comedian. So even the 30-minute set Paul is going to do is going to be worth the price of admission, and that's greenwichodium.com if you want to see a great show. There's about 100 tickets left. The tickets are selling well, actually, and we're
that's
real
on the
happy.
13th?
That's Saturday the 13th.
October 13th?
Right. So
and you're Friday,
A
October
wish come true on the
12th.
12th. You can help
Right.
2 great charities and have 2 very fun, different, entertaining evenings.
Nice. Well,
Ultimate
thank you
Sinatra.
both for stopping by.
Thank you. We
It's
appreciate
wonderful
you
meeting
having
you.
us. Great.
And
Very
Joe,
nice.
All right.
always a pleasure.
Don't forget to invite me to your birthday party.
Hey, me too.
I've
Wait
no
a minute.
birthday.
Lori's
I
coming.
never really had birthday parties and birthday
you
cakes.
should
because
have
I
one.
had 1 of 8 kids.
You only
as a
turn
kid.
82 once. Have one.
He's got this 82 thing. I'll never see 82, Joe.
Sure you will.
We'll be right back with my good friend John DePietro, a legend in Rhode Island. Be right back. Hey, folks, we're back on An Hour with Bob, and look who's with me now. My good friend, longtime friend too, John DePietro. How you doing, John?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Nice
again.
to see you, Bob. You look terrific.
Who's your
look great.
kids? No kids tonight.
No, this is my first time being on a little while, and I didn't bring any of the
I
children
know,
along.
they're
Yes.
great. Yeah, how's
and
your-
you were great. You've always had the 3 of them on.
I loved your kids.
So,
the kids
yep.
are great
My
kids.
son did the magic trick one time.
Yes,
Then you
yes.
had Kate, who was Miss Rhode Island Outstanding Teen, and she
Beautiful
performed
kid.
stand-up here, if you remember.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then you even had Jacqueline Clare.
Oh
who was
my
on
God,
right there,
you
the little
busted
one.
her up.
I
You
a little
were-
bit.
Yeah,
a
you
little
did.
bit.
She's adorable.
She is.
How old
She
is she now?
She's
17?
15.
16?
She's going to be 16 at the end of this month. Sophomore in high school.
Wow, so she's
Yep.
a Libra.
I don't know. She was born in September. Is that
End
a
of
Libra?
September.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a Libra, like me. She's like me. She's
I
a
didn't
Libra.
know that. I didn't realize that.
You know that's the best sign. You know that.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
no.
You know now.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be. It's
I'm
your
a Gemini.
daughter.
I'm a Gemini. I'm a
Same thing.
Gemini.
That's second best. My kids are Gemini.
But they're big fans
My
of
2
yours.
boys are Gemini.
Oh, are they? Okay.
They're
But
big fans of what?
Big fans of yours. And,
They're good kids.
But you have the appeal. People should understand this. Bob has the appeal that you cross across all borders, like all ages. You are one of the few family-friendly shows that are still on television. Think
You
about
think
that. I know it's the truth.
Really?
There's a lot of trash on TV. How many years? You've been doing this now. How many years celebrating?
26.
26 years. Now, that must have been an honor when Governor Raimondo came on the anniversary show and presented you with like a plaque. Why are you laughing? I would think that the governor would do something like that, no? How many people, this is the longest running show in Rhode Island
Southern New
television.
England.
In Southern New England.
Longest running
I would think that'd
variety
be
show in
huge.
Southern New England.
Yes.
I started this a long time ago for the purpose of promoting, because I saw, having obviously grown up in Rhode Island all
Right.
my life, and being involved in bands when I was in college.
Yep.
I used to be a small-time agent. I had a couple bands.
There you
with
go.
me,
I can
and
see that.
I always liked talent.
Yep.
And not only musical talent, like
But with
artistic
people,
talent.
you're good
whatever.
with people.
Yeah,
and
I
you like the
people.
format.
I like people.
Right? Now, is Gene Valicente still, he's been on the program, Gino, more than anyone else?
Yes.
He is.
Yeah.
He holds the
He's
record.
Very close, though, to being knocked out.
What? Come on.
Very close.
Really?
One guy's one away from him.
What? One away from being on more than him?
No, being tied. with
Tied.
him. Yeah.
Okay. Would I know who it is?
Oh, absolutely.
Actually, I wouldn't know who it is.
I'll bet you would.
Tony Petrarca.
You are right on
Look
the
at that.
nose. I
yeah.
knew you'd know who
He's
it was.
on a lot.
Come on.
He's another big fan of yours. Yes.
Yeah.
The,
Well,
the
you've been
guys
on
at
quite a
Channel
few
12.
times.
Not as much as
Not
that.
as much as
Gino
that.
was on a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah.
and he likes the format.
Yeah.
But you are, Bob you're like well, I wouldn't say Jimmy Fallon, but you're more like in the style of Carson, right? You were a big Carson fan.
Well, you know what?
Jay Leno.
The greatest compliment I ever got was in July.
You can come back tomorrow? Oh, no, that was the greatest compliment you ever got.
July 1st, I think it was July 1st, 2001. I think it was July 1st, 2001.
2001, July
2000
1st.
or 2001.
Before September 11th.
They did a
Would you do a show on the terrace?
a section.
Oh.
They did a
They wanted you to be the
section
20th
in the Sunday
hijacker?
Journal.
Oh, sex in the Sunday
Front
Journal.
page
Holy
of
cow.
and the centerfold. I even made the centerfold.
Whoa!
And
Whoa.
on the
What's
front
this?
page,
I thought it was family friendly.
Yeah, on the front page it had, "Here's Bob, the Johnny Carson of public access."
Look at that. I think I remember that. That was a great tribute.
That was unbelievable.
It is tough about the Journal. They've had a lot of cutbacks, Bob.
Yeah, it's too bad. Too bad.
It is too bad. I still read the paper every day.
Yes.
But you have to admit, you can't deny that the Journal has been cut back
Oh,
from what
terribly,
it was.
terribly
right?
so.
And if you
Way
look
too
at
much.
even where it was 10 years ago, I mean, it is like a pamphlet,
village
as
paper.
Ciance used to
It's a
call it.
village
It's small.
paper.
But listen, they still have good reporters.
Right.
Media has changed.
Yep.
It's no reflection on the quality of the product. That's just the way it is with newspapers.
Well, it's like
So-
TV. same
Like
thing.
anything, television, same
TV,
thing.
radio.
That's
same
right,
thing.
everything.
Internet, everybody's
Radio is
crossing over.
podcasting, yep.
Yeah,
Television,
yeah.
a lot of things on cable, on Netflix,
Yeah.
or Hulu. So, no, you're still a
And
survivor.
some of the stuff I haven't even gotten to yet, like the
Right.
Hulu and some of
Yes.
these other things.
No, well, you're not missing a lot. There's a lot of junk out there.
Roku, whatever it is. What is that?
Well, there's Amazon,
No, begins with an R. What is that?
Hulu, Netflix, with an R.
Rubu or
I
something
watch
like that?
YouTube has original programming.
Yes.
Facebook has original programming, right?
Amazon.
Tom versus Time, Amazon. So, but Hour with Bob is still a mainstay on Channel 13.
13 and 32 of
And
Verizon 32.
That's right.
And,
so.
and 13 and on Cox and on full channel down
Yeah.
in Bristol.
No, you look
Barrington,
good
Warren.
though, because you have had some health battles over the years.
Well, I had that knee
right?
problem.
The knee problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bum knee.
Bum knee. Three
Which one,
bum
right
knees.
or left?
Right knee.
The right knee.
Three
Still
times.
three times.
And don't you think I got
Wow.
I got a notice from some lawyer telling me there's a class action suit
Against
on the
that
knee
knee as well?
This is my luck. What, they want the knee back?
Wow. But some of those pictures that you would post on Facebook, oh, it was brutal. One time you were laid up for like 3 weeks.
3 weeks, 86 days.
86 days.
Imagine,
wow.
imagine waking up.
Where'd they have you? Epic on the east
Yeah,
side?
Epoch, but they
right.
changed
Right
the name
near,
to
what's
the
that,
Wingate or
IGA over
something.
there? Or East
No,
Side
no, no,
Marketplace?
not that one.
Oh.
It's part of that. but
Okay.
It's not down. It's halfway down Blackstone Boulevard. We're Butler
oh,
Hospital.
listen to you.
is.
Wow, Butler Hospital's a
We're
good spot
Butler,
for you.
we're
All right.
close. I was close to Butler, right?
All right, well, I didn't want to say it. You get
Hey, I
closer
did
to
4
Butler.
shows from there.
From Butler?
No.
Must have been
No,
crazy.
from,
Oh.
Yeah,
From the rehab center.
right from the rehab.
Come on,
back.
go easy.
Right from the rehab.
All
back.
right.
Hey, speaking of crazy.
Yes.
I saw you go crazy the other night. What
not
happened?
going crazy.
Not crazy. I saw you
Oh.
up in arms the other night.
I was.
You were in
So
what?
I was in North
North
Smithfield.
Smithfield.
Yep.
Not to
And,
be confused with Smithfield.
No, it's North Smithfield. Right,
North
the town of
Smithfield.
North Smithfield.
What direction is that compared to Smithfield?
North? Come on, what do you think I am? So anyhow.
So what were you doing there, John?
Well, the head of the town council president,
Right.
former state trooper, Lieutenant John Beauregard, great guy.
Right, nice guy.
Terrific guy.
Nice guy.
He, and I agree with him, they're tired of that Nike is now promoting Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
As it's a marketing ploy, right?
And his
That he
argument is-
well, first of all, Nike is trying to promote Colin Kaepernick, who's a bum.
Who's a bum? The guy's
he
a
is.
second string quarterback.
He's like a bum knee. Who is, you have a better knee than he does, but as some kind of modern day.
But I wouldn't go on my knee.
No, I know. You wouldn't kneel. You
I
would
would
not.
not.
Nope. But like a modern Martin Luther King.
Right, yeah.
Or some kind of a hero and sacrificing for the
Sure,
cause,
sure.
willing to give up
For the
everything for the
cause?
cause.
Really?
He didn't give up anything, right? Nike is making a
He
lot
didn't
of
give
money.
up any. Wait a minute. Not only did he not give up anything,
Right.
he's made a lot more money
He
as a
has,
result of it.
yes.
Because what would he be doing now if
Nothing.
not for? First of all, do you think
He wouldn't be playing.
Do you
No.
think he would be taking a knee, or he would have started this whole thing had he been the starting quarterback
No,
for
not
San
at all.
Francisco?
It's a way to get attention.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
No, he was injured. They had figured him out, but he did have the big contract. So Nike puts him forth. So a lot of police officers, as you probably know, don't like Colin Kaepernick
Sure.
because disrespectful to police,
My nephew's a police officer.
promotes a message of violence towards police, supported Black Lives Matter, but more importantly, very insensitive after the Dallas shooting where 5 officers were killed by a member of Black Lives Matter. And then he was wearing those pig socks. And Colin Kaepernick donated $25,000 to this woman who shot a police officer, and she's hiding in Cuba. So he is not,
Really?
he is not a role model. He's not someone that is sacrificed. He is no one. They are trying to manipulate him marketing-wise
Sure,
to children.
sure.
That look at how great he is,
Oh, yeah.
right? And
Oh,
he
he
sacrificed for
what's he
beliefs.
sacrificing?
And when you think of great athletes who have sacrificed, or people who have sacrificed,
Sure.
right? Now, you've been very involved with our troops going overseas.
Yes.
And I've seen some of your shows when you've been at Quonset, when they're either leaving, being deployed, or coming back.
Or went over and visited them.
Or went over and visited them. Now, when I have witnessed that, that's real sacrifice, where you see a young mother, right, saying goodbye to her children.
Oh, God.
Because she's being
Heartbreak.
deployed, and I mean young children,
Yep, yep,
babies,
yep,
a year old,
yep.
2 years old, and mommy's going over to be deployed for 18 months, and who knows what's going to happen when they're over there. That is sacrifice. And the same thing with the fathers and so forth, and what the family goes through.
Or the young
Or-
kids.
or the kids that have to
there was a
sacrifice
young
with the
girl,
parent over there.
A young girl that I knew from, I think she worked at either Shaw's or Stop and Shop, 20 years old.
Yep.
She ended up joining the National Guard. She thought she was going to join the National
Sure.
Guard, go to college, whatever,
Yep.
for the National Guard.
Right.
She never thought that she'd be deployed to
Get
Iraq.
called over, yes.
And she was in line. I'm with the general walking down the line, inspecting the troops as they're
Yep.
getting ready to leave, and she sees me there, and she breaks down. She breaks down crying. She's scared to death.
Of course, but that's real sacrifice.
Yes.
And I've interviewed parents like you have who the entire time that their son, daughter, or the entire time that the husband or wife was deployed over there,
Right.
they don't really rest. Every time the phone rings,
Oh,
they get nervous.
think
There's a
about it.
knock
Knock
at
on the door.
anything like that.
Yep.
And the same thing, some of my closest friends are members of law enforcement.
Yep.
My grandfather was a Providence police officer. My dad served in World War II. But my point is, when I talk with their family members, every time they hear about a police shooting, they're on edge. Every time they can't reach,
Me too.
the parent or the brother or the husband, wife. So to me, my point is just that's real sacrifice for what they do.
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick is not sacrificing. But this is funny. So I have him on Monday on my show on WNRI. AM 1380, 99.9 FM. You can listen online at WNRI.com. AM 1380,
1380.
99.9 FM,
Yep.
or online at WNRI.com.
Now, what time is it on again?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
11 to
weekdays.
2
Yep.
weekdays.
So I have the head of the North Smithfield Town Council on.
Sure.
Great guy.
Yep.
So comes in studio. I said, you know what? I support what you're doing. I'm going to go tonight. So then you get busy, and I'm thinking, do I really feel like going? All right, whatever, the hell with it. I said I would go, I'd go. So first
Oh,
night,
you come up all the way from East Greenwich,
that's
too.
not bad. You know what? You start driving around. It doesn't bother me anymore. So anyhow, I go in. I'm a few minutes late. So I'm meeting 2 guys there that I know. And I said, did you guys speak yet? And one of the guys, I won't say who it is, but Mike Collins, he said, are you kidding? I'm not getting up there. These people are crazy. They, Black Lives Matter shirts, and they're all progressives, and they're all going on and on.
What is this? One side can always say anything they want, but
Yes.
the other side can't talk.
So this is Monday night. So I'm looking up there, and it's one thing after another, and they're completely distorting the issue. This is about race, and this you can't do this, and he's got freedom of speech, and he doesn't have to kneel, and the whole thing. So I'm like, the hell with this. So I find the lady, said, put my name on the list. So I sit there like I don't have anything else better to do. I sit there for a half hour, and I'm talking with them and so forth, and then they're calling out the name.
Right.
John DePietro. Oh, okay.
All
we go
right.
up. So I jotted a few notes. So the whole time, everybody's being quiet, the whole thing, clapping at the whole thing. So I get up. So immediately I get up, and as I'm standing there, I look over, and people are immediately getting up. No, walking out and giving me, I won't do it, but the table for one salute, if you know what I mean.
I do.
So, okay. So
Well, you have a right to talk.
I start to just say, listen, this is very clear. This is about Colin Kaepernick. This should be a discussion on who's really a role model, right? And who really sacrifices. And I think parents and teachers should use this as, listen, this guy is not to be glamorized.
Right.
The same way you know, look at the people that are glamorized. The Kardashians are glamorized, right? Some
right,
athletes are.
right,
Rappers, rock stars.
Yeah.
Those are not people.
And I hate it when they use the term hero.
Hero.
Oh my
role
God,
model,
do I
anything.
hate that.
So suddenly these people are, they're yelling and howling.
Not throwing anything at you?
No, not yelling, but not throwing anything, but swearing. So Beauregard, hey, settle down. He was quiet for you, you know, the whole thing. So I start up again, and then this, you know, extra-sized person in a Black Lives Matter T-shirt, she's shaking her fist at me, and they're all, you know, why don't you coming out? So 2 or 3 times they have to stop the meeting just so I can finish. So whatever. Now, you know, you've seen where I've done, most of the time when I do a rally,
Yeah.
I introduced, as you know, President Trump when he did
Exactly.
the rally here.
Yep.
That was unbelievable, right? 4,000 people, and they're all cheering you on. I've done the State House rallies. I have not been in a situation like that where you have that much animosity where they have to keep letting them finish, and they're screaming and the whole
Well, I
thing.
have a real problem with that. They want to be able to talk and freedom of speech,
Yeah.
freedom of speech,
No, they're big on
until
that.
you say something they
Yeah.
don't like.
So I finish, and then you hear.
Who's
That was about
clapping?
it. Like the 3 guys I was
your
with.
mother's clapping?
Yeah, no, it's just the guys. So we go into the back, and then who knows how much longer the town council meeting is going to go on. So we have other things to discuss. We're talking about the election. We're in the hallway. So then I go outside. Now I'm going to leave. I don't even know. I see some people coming out. And one of the reporters said, hey, do you guys know it passed? And I said, oh, that's good. I didn't even know. Like, I didn't know how long it was going to go on. And then she also said, very good reporter, but she said, do you know you're the only one that spoke up in favor of that resolution?
Really?
And I didn't know that because I got there late,
Right.
and then I left after I spoke. So I didn't realize, but you're exactly right. And people should realize this. So for 1 hour, they all sat there, and as long as they were all against the resolution, the progressives,
could talk.
right? Talk, applauding, the whole thing. One person gets up that says, I have a different perspective.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I think you should
You don't have a
respect
right.
the police.
You don't have a right
I
to
can
have a
see their
different
point.
perspective. Yeah.
You shouldn't be given the money. I was trying to point out that Nike is not doing this out of they're trying to make money out of this.
Of course,
This was
and they
focus
have,
groups
and
that
they
made
have.
millions off it.
Millions of money,
This is
millions
a
of
$1 billion
dollars.
company.
$41 million,
They wouldn't be
they
doing
claim.
this if they could not make money
Right,
off it.
right.
So don't think
And
for a
Colin
second.
Kaepernick wouldn't be doing it
If
unless
he wasn't
couldn't-
getting paid off the whole
and if
thing.
he
Yeah.
was offered a job as a first-string quarterback somewhere,
Yes.
he wouldn't have done this.
Right.
He would not have done.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't give at least 75% of the money he gains from this, from
Yeah.
the Nike deal,
Right.
to Black Lives Matter or to
Whatever
do
it
better
is.
with race relations or something.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, he's a fraud.
Yeah. So I didn't know I was going to speak. I wasn't planning on it. So I had not shaved over the weekend. And then I didn't shave that
you look
Monday.
you look a little rough.
So, yeah, there's the picture. So my friends, they posted a picture on Facebook. I was saying the camera won't get that. But what is this? Tribute to Burt Reynolds? It looks like I have a mustache. And I had been like running around because otherwise I would have like dressed up. I didn't think I was going to, I didn't plan on speaking. I just wanted to go
Really?
to show support and everything. So we were laughing. So my friends are calling as this is now hitting over Twitter and everything else. It passed. And then when I went home, it was then what I call the hat trick, which is you're on channel 10, 12, and 6. And
Right.
they're all saying, and there was only one speaker that got up and spoke in favor of the resolution. And it was radio talk show host. But I was thinking, if you remember that episode of All in the Family, where
Yep.
they say one lone juror held out. And do you remember that? And Archie
I
says, it
do.
was Edith says, one lone juror. They should have said one lone dingbat. So, but we could not stop laughing over the whole thing. I didn't know I was the only one that spoke in favor of it.
Sure.
And the animosity, though, was incredible.
Terrible.
And rude,
Terrible.
right?
Yeah.
And walking out
Yeah.
and obscene signals and things like that. So, but what I also found was, as much as it is fun, when I get up and do some of these rallies where the crowd's with you, and I get them chanting, and I use some comedy.
Right.
As much as that is fun, I actually kind of enjoyed
You did enjoy that?
having them going ballistic on the whole thing. So it was pretty funny.
Well,
So-
I'm not sure that I'd be in favor of. I don't think the government should be. Well, it was, first of all, it wasn't a resolution. Nothing.
it was just a resolution, but the government
It
actually,
was a resolution.
It was a resolution,
But it's
and
not.
now-
It's not an ordinance or it's
It's not
not
an
a
ordinance,
law.
but the government does do that all the time. Every city in town, they pick their vendors who they're going to do business with.
Yeah,
And a
but by the way, they're not doing business with them anyway.
they're not, But well, anyway, I support what they did,
Right.
and now today, they're now actually going to reverse it, and they're going to take
Right.
another vote on Monday
They're
night.
going to take it away because
and
of
take
pressure.
The vote
They're
again.
going to take it away
Now,
because of
here's the
pressure.
question: should I go Monday night?
Yes,
and
you
insist
should.
They should still
You
have
should.
the solution.
You should get up
I
there,
don't
John.
know. I will
John,
see.
you should be up
Should
there.
I? All right.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, all
should
right.
Be up. Now,
All
we
right,
don't
why
have a
not?
lot of time, but I want.
We don't have a lot of time.
I want to talk to you about.
Oh, my
You were the
goodness.
only guy that had all the Republican
I did.
candidates.
Yes, we had the debate. That was the Friday before Labor Day.
Right.
And I had the only exclusive Republican debate.
Right.
And you know why that's actually even news today is, number one, I was the only one that had Patricia Morgan, Giovanni Ferrosi, and Alan Fung. But during that debate, Rep. Morgan said, I don't know if I'm going to support the winner of the Republican
Right,
primary,
yeah.
but I won't support Trillo or Raimondo. And today she's announcing she's probably going to support Trillo.
Because she said she
So-
didn't say that. She said what she said was
She
she's
said
going
she
to
still
support.
considers him a Republican.
Yeah.
Well, he's running as an independent
Right,
candidate.
right. She's
Yeah.
going to support either him or Fung.
Well,
what
I
she
didn't hear
said.
her say she may report. You're right. I think she did say that.
She did say that.
But in the debate that I had with her on WNRI, she said she would never support Gina Raimondo or the independent candidate. So we'll see. You know?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's.
What do you think that would do to it if she supports Trillo?
I don't know, but it goes against your word. And as you know, in politics,
Right.
you know better than anyone. You have a long history. I mean, your word is everything.
That's
If
right.
you give your word, this is how you're
I
going to
am
vote.
the most principled
right?
person you
well,
will
if
ever
you,
meet.
If you say, what's your word?
My
worth?
word
if
is
you
gospel.
say, if you support me, I'll do this, you got to do
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
If
That's
you
right.
say the following, you got to follow through. If you make a campaign promise, you got to follow through.
Absolutely.
That doesn't sound like following through.
No, that's the
So,
opposite. That's
Just
saying the
opposite
opposite.
of that. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then throwing it in. You know, the whole Trillo run is odd. I don't get the
I
whole
don't get
thing.
it either.
I don't
Is
get
he looking
it.
for a job? Is he looking
I don't
for a
think so.
position?
I mean, he's
Now-
75.
Now, what's the
right?
thing
He
about
sold
whose
his
daughter,
company.
whose stepdaughter?
I've
what's
heard
that
that
all about?
rumor. It won't go away. I don't know what to make
But
of
it kind of doesn't make any sense because
Why is that?
Because hasn't she been a judge for
Well,
like
she's a magistrate.
magistrate?
Well,
Well,
that
that's
ends
close.
after 8 years. It's
Yeah.
not the same as a lifetime tenure as a
Right,
judge.
right.
I don't know. He's addressed it. He says it has nothing to do with it, but the whole run is a little odd. It is. So.
So the thought process or the rumor is that if he stays in the race, which supposedly would hurt Fung,
It would.
it would hurt Fung. It
Yes,
definitely would
it
hurt
definitely
Fung.
would hurt
Definitely.
him.
would.
No
As a
question
political
about it.
scientist,
No
it
question.
would definitely.
Same thing as if Matt Brown had run as an independent,
Right.
it would have hurt Raimondo in the
Right,
general.
right.
So whenever you have someone splinter off, it's going to hurt. I don't know. You know, you don't know what to make. It's all just a rumor. It could be speculation. He has addressed it. He says there's no truth to that at all.
All right, I'm
so
going to
you got to take somebody at their word.
prediction.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the next governor?
Oh, I don't. I mean, we have to wait and see how the debates play out. We still have a long way to go. The first debate's going to be next week.
How many debates are they having?
They've only announced one so far.
Are you going to have them?
I doubt it. I don't think the governor
I
will
should
come in
have a
studio with
debate.
me.
I should
You
have a
should.
debate.
You absolutely should. And you should have a debate with Judge Flanders and Sheldon Whitehouse. You should. Why not? Why not you? Why not Bob? To have the two of them right here, just sitting right here, just
I
like
should
that.
have a debate with
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flanders issued a
do you
challenge.
think?
She wants 10 debates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could handle that.
I'm going to ask him.
Absolutely.
I'm going to put that out there for him.
Yes, you should put
Flanders,
that out
I'll
there.
put that out there for the
Yeah,
governor
tell
too.
him. Well, it would be for Sheldon, and then the same thing with the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't put out my guy, that debate.
No, he
'Cause
won
I
a
worked
tough.
for him.
He won a.
He
that
won
was
a
a
tough
tough
race.
election.
Great guy.
Big time. Great guy. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know him that well, but
I
he-
do. Dan
he-
McKee
he's
is
a,
one of the- he's the
That was a
legit guy.
tough. That was a tough race.
Well, the other guy
Boy, the
spent a
progressives,
ton
that
of
throw that
money.
he did.
They spent a
huge,
ton of
huge
money.
loss. They were lying about him.
Oh!
The whole thing.
Saying,
But good for McKee fighting back.
Yes.
That was a big win.
Yes.
That was a big win. They
I guess
threw everything at
we
him.
got to wrap up. You're telling me I'm done? I'm done.
I thought it was out with Bob.
Well, you only got a half an hour.
Oh,
tonight.
all right. It's only
But I'm
a
glad
half
you
hour.
came by.
Thank you.
I'm
We
glad
didn't
I
even
got
touch
you to
on the
come
White
by.
House.
All-
We'll have to come back now
You got to come
to
back
tell
and
you
we'll
about
do
my
a whole
story
hour.
at the
You
president.
and I would
I
do
was
a
in the
whole.
West Wing.
You were in the West Wing.
Yes. I'll tell you about it next time. We'll
Okay.
save that for next time.
All right.
All right.
John DePietro, thank
Hey,
you for
great
coming.
to see you, Bob.
Thank you for
Thank
spending
for
part
having me.
of an hour with
That's
Bob.
right. Only part of an hour. with
Always
Bob.
a pleasure
Half
to see
hour
you.
with
though.
Bob.
Always a
All
pleasure
right. Good to
see
see
you.
you.
And folks, always a pleasure to see you. And stay tuned for probably have a debate or two here on an hour with Bob. Until next time.